I think everyone is in kind of agreement that YouTube Rewind was an absolute utter abomination. It was absolutely terrible, especially when it came down to the people that they included in it. Like, for example, they opened with Will Smith. Right, well, Will Smith isn't a YouTuber. Like, I understand that he has a YouTube channel, I understand that he has subscribers, but see when you ask someone, oh, who's Will Smith? No one's going to turn around and go, oh, he's that YouTuber. Right, it's not what he's known for, and even then, of course it cut to the Fortnite bus. Of course it cut to, they couldn't do the Rewind without Fortnite, right, I get it, it was something extremely major that was really popular and everybody was into it. I totally get why they acknowledged Fortnite in it, even though Fortnite was a bit central overall to the video itself. But even when you look at this bus, I do not know who any of these people are. I'm not going to play the video as well because apparently YouTube are actually striking people that are uploading the fucking video. But on this bus, I didn't know who anyone was. Apart from Ninja, who technically isn't even a YouTuber either. He does have a YouTube channel, but he's known for Twitch. Right, and then, you got that little didn't even thank the bus driver comment. Don't know who those people are. Apparently this girl hasn't even uploaded a video in like 9 months. And like even everyone cried around the fire. Okay, there are foreign YouTubers in there. I completely support that. YouTube exists outside of the English speaking world. There are people like in Korea and South America and all these other places that are massive. They've got insanely huge channels and they're extraordinarily popular. So yes, of course YouTube should include that. YouTube doesn't just exist in Britain and America. There are foreign YouTubers out there, and for them to be included, I absolutely support that. But everybody else was just so, that they did include, was just so family friendly and most likely just sort of irrelevant, like as far as the year goes, like with the major events or anything like that. Like say for example, whether or not none of us like Jake Paul, none of us like Logan Paul, but they were extremely, I kind of understand why YouTube didn't include Logan Paul, considering the way he started 2018. But like, they could have had Jake Paul, he was pretty major for the year. They could have had, Philip DeFranco, they could have had Keemstar, they could have had PewDiePie, and like all the usuals. I mean, even like, in fact, Markiplier was in it, I think, for a couple of frames, but Jacksepticeye and all that as well, like major YouTubers that were very influential and very important throughout the year. None of them were included. There's Casey Neistat, who I understand is very popular, but he's extremely normie, he's extremely milquetoast. But like, it was most of the stuff that was actually getting said in the video. Is Marshmallow even a YouTuber? But like, some of the things that really annoyed me as well was, can we get a shout out to Asian representation this year? Just why? Like, virtue signalling doesn't sell. Why does nobody know this? Like, virtue signalling doesn't sell. Anytime a company virtue signals, everybody gets pissed off. And the only reason that they have to virtue signal is to appease this tiny 1% minority of the audience, right? See how all the SJWs and the people that want to see stuff like that, it's a tiny, tiny portion of the audience. And it's even with games. See how the tiny, tiny portion of the audience that screech about representation in games and virtue signaling, they don't even buy games. They don't even buy games. Why would you want to do damage with 99% of your audience to appease this 1% who's probably not consuming your product? Like, what matters more? Like, you looking like a kind and lovely person or fucking sales? And people are worried about fucking capitalism. Like, see the thing when it comes to, like, stuff like this? Like, if there's Asian people in it or if there's black people in it or anything like that, none of us care. Like, none of us care. See, to be honest, see if the YouTube Rewind was nothing but English-speaking white men, we would probably have something to say about that as well. Like, like, okay, sometimes we complain if the virtue signal and stuff like that goes overboard. See if YouTube did actually have nothing but English-speaking white men in it, we would probably say, like, hold on a wee second here. Like, I realise we don't like the virtue signalling and the massive overreach to go for representation, but that doesn't mean... That doesn't mean, like, ban non-white people from being in all content. Like, that's not what we want. Like, if you include people like that in it, that's fine. Like, we don't care. But see, when you're forcing it down everyone's throats and you're making a point of it, like, look Look at all the tokens we have here. We're nice. We're nice and virtuous people. That is when we have a problem. That's when we start to get pissed off. It's even in movies and stuff like that as well. See if it's a case of, you know, oh, we've made a new Netflix original series of a black female lesbian superhero. Okay, like, go ahead and do that. Like, that's you know, that's artistic freedom. You can write and create and film whatever the hell you want. But it's when you start doing things like, oh, we're going to make a Witcher series, we're going to make Ciri black. That is when people have a problem, because you're fucking with the canon. You're just changing characters and you're only changing them in an attempt to virtue signal. Oh, it needs to be inclusive, it needs to be this. No, that is when people start to get pissed off. If you make a brand new, fresh series and it's just got, like, even if I had, like, nothing but black people in it, that's fine. If that's part of the story, then that is fine. This is your story. You can write it any way that you want. It's when you take other people's stories and you start to virtue signal by fucking with the canon. That is when people have problems. I mean, it's like Blade. Loads of people love the Blade movies. I love the Blade movies. See if Netflix tried to relaunch Blade, but made him white, we would have a problem with that, because we're like, no, you're fucking with the canon. Blade is not white. Do not try and make Blade white. That will piss people off. You are fucking with the story. Like, it works both ways. See if there is a story that's already written and it's canon, fucking leave it. It's like, for example, see if they actually tried to make Black Panther a white man, we would have a problem with that, because we would say that is not the story, that's not how it works. Why are you fucking with it like that? So it works both ways. The thing that I found really, really funny as well was the fact that they have animators in it. Now, I love the animation side of YouTube. I love it. A lot of animators out there are very, very talented. They're very, very funny. The issue is that animators should be spitting in YouTube's face, because see when YouTube totally, you know, rehashed its algorithm to favour people that upload videos that are 10 minutes or more, you know, every day or every 2 days or so. That's the way the algorithm shifted, because it maximised ad revenues. Animators got fucked. Animators got completely fucked. Like, my skill in animation is extremely basic. Do you know how long it takes to make a 10-minute animation video? And there's no way that animators would be able to make a 10-minute video, a 10-minute or more video, and upload one of those every couple of days. It's just not possible. There simply is not time enough in the day for animators to be able to do that and to actually have any semblance of quality in it as well. So I'm happy that YouTube have included animators in the Rewind, and they're showing them a bit of love, despite the fact that since YouTube changed the algorithm to maximise ad revenue, YouTube completely fucked animators over. But I'm happy they're getting a bit of love. I hope they get subs. I hope they end up getting money from this, because as far as the algorithm goes, YouTube completely fucked these guys. It's nice seeing how women grew and were empowered. Like, why do you need to signal about that? See if a female YouTuber becomes really big and popular and famous and puts out good content, like, nobody cares. Nobody, like, I would say it's an extremely small amount of the audience that look at a female YouTuber and go, I am not watching this female, I'm not watching this woman, how dare she? How dare she think she can express herself on the internet? I promise you that it is a very, very, very minute percentage of people that actually think that. If a female YouTuber becomes very popular, like, good, like, none of us actually care. We care about the quality of the content. I have a dream where a YouTuber is not judged by what is between their legs, but by the quality of their content. And to all the refugees looking for a home, what does that have to do with YouTube? What does that have to do with YouTube? Is YouTube and government, is YouTube the one that's, you know, causing migrants to leave their countries or something like that? You know, is it probably the filters of this video is banned in your country that most people are leaving their nation because the YouTube shit? Is this sort of more like the physical equivalent to adding a proxy to your browser so you can watch the American Netflix instead of the UK one because the selection's better? Is that why it is? Is it people are leaving their countries so that they can go to another nation that has better YouTube videos that aren't blocked? I'm happy they include Primitive Technologies, because I love him. I watch all of his stuff religiously. I actually have binge watched his entire channel over and over several times, because he is excellent. And I would probably say out of every single YouTuber that exists, he works the hardest. Some of the stuff that he does is insane, and it takes ages to do. Like, he is the biggest grinder out of everyone on YouTube. He is excellent. He probably should have had a bigger part in the YouTube Rewind, because he is fantastic. I would say out of every single YouTuber out there, he works the hardest. Like, he is fantastic. I love Primitive Technologies. The fact that foreign YouTubers were included in it, like, that's fine. Of course they were. Like, there is more to YouTube than just the English speakers. The fact that all of these other people were in it, that is absolutely fine. I didn't know who they were, but I don't speak Spanish or Korean or anything like that, so that's obviously why I don't know them, because I don't watch their content. But of course they were included. They should be included. But see, when it's the case, it's been purposefully done to get everyone who is most family friendly. And I think it was Philip DeFranco that said it the best. Well, after the adpocalypse, YouTube are trying to show their wholesome side as much as they can to, you know, entice advertisers to come onto the platform. And, you know, some people have said that'll benefit you. That'll benefit you if there's more advertisers. Well, no, it won't, because every single one of us get demonetized anyway, and YouTube favours videos that are monetized because YouTube gets more money. YouTube is more likely to recommend a video that actually has adverts running on it, because that way YouTube earns money. So all of us demonetized hoes that are out there, you know, we don't get love for the algorithm. You know, I'm amazed my channel has grown as much as it did, because a lot of my stuff is demonetized, or on the rare occasion that it is monetized, it will be for like a day or two before YouTube yeets it, even though it was confirmed after a manual review. YouTube did say on their Twitter that, you know, they're looking into it, you know, they're hearing our voices, they're hearing it, and they're going to make changes. No, they won't. No, they won't. YouTube aren't going to make any changes at all. YouTube doesn't really listen to the actual, unless you're like family friendly. Unless you're family friendly and you're pulling in some serious AdSense for YouTube, then YouTube doesn't care what you think. I mean, there's lots of people, you know, ranging from Keemstar to PewDiePie to Philip DeFranco, who have been telling YouTube, you know, this is what people want. If you would just do this, that would be good, etc., etc. YouTube don't care. Out of everyone in our sort of, you know, sphere, the sphere that's, you know, been branded the, you know, Nazi, white supremacist, alt-right, you know, we're just going to throw those terms around because we don't know what they actually mean. Sphere of YouTube. YouTube hates us. YouTube does not like us, and most likely would like to see us gone. And I don't even think it's from a hatred sense. I don't even think it's from a, you know, YouTuber offended sense. I think it's because they see us as the biggest risk to their AdSense in its entirety. I think that is why they don't like us. Because, you know, PewDiePie did in a way cause the adpocalypse, and there is a you know, a chance it could happen again. With some of us, like when I got convicted, see literally the day I got convicted, every single video on my channel, even private videos, everything got demonetized, confirmed after manual review, every single thing. So see, everything from that stream I uploaded that day outside the courthouse, everything from that point backwards, all demonetized, every single bit of it. But now I'm getting monetization now and again. It's hard to get. You know, I need everything, no matter what it is I upload. I even did a test where I uploaded a video of just Buddha and Bronson playing with a toy. Just two dogs playing with a toy. It was about a minute long and I uploaded it as private. Demonetized. Right, so there's obviously a filter on my channel where no matter what I upload, it gets demonetized. But it's a case of, I do get why YouTube does that. I don't hate them a lot for it or anything like that. I do understand why they do it. But there's just not much consistency as far as that thing goes. And people are noticing it, and it's starting to become very unfair. Our sphere of YouTube is not liked. We are seen as a risk that could cause another adpocalypse. But the problem is YouTube is getting more and more family friendly, you know, as time goes on. You know, the days of Filthy Frank, Max Mofo and iDubbbz and all of these edgy people, like, those days are over. Those days are over. You know, that type of content just simply cannot survive on YouTube anymore. And this rewind just shows the direction that YouTube wants to go down. You know, the virtue signalling about representation in women and refugees, and including all of the family-friendly people from the, you know, the rewind is meant to contain people that were huge or influential throughout the year that the rewind is supposed to be for. And one of the people they had in it hasn't even uploaded in 9 months. So this is them just saying, look how family friendly and nice and lovely we are. And that's all it is. They're just trying to get advertisers in. We are the great unwashed. We are the untouchables of YouTube. We are the part of their society that they would rather pretend didn't exist.